Hello. Just getting rolling here, and I got to put up a new calendar page. November is gone. It is the 1st of December. Hang on to your hats, people, because December is going to be eventful regarding, a lot of things, but you know what I'm talking about, regarding health. So hold on to your hats. I'm going to talk about this even though I haven't heard it all the way through, but I want to say a couple things. Acknowledging that I received it. The new Hart Newhouse project or recording, finding things. I just want to acknowledge these people. This is Brett Harold Hart on guitar there. And then on horns there, that's Dave Newhouse. These are musicians who I consider part of my tribe. I haven't met either Brett or Dave in person. I hope I do. I realize I may not meet you guys. I know that they watch sometimes. But I consider these guys part of my tribe. And it's like if they lived in Omaha, it would be the same. A lot of times I get a flood of thoughts. So in watching the Frank Zappa documentary, I watched it a couple times now, it's really good. Frank says he had no friends, and I understand that because he was focused on what he wanted to do. Now, I have friends, but I can relate to Frank in that I'm not the sort of person who has to be checking in a lot. I don't need to see you. I don't need to be hanging out in order to be your friend. I have friends who I maybe see once or twice a year. I have friends who I maybe see once every few years, but they're my friend. You're in my tribe. Brett Harold Hart and Dave Newhouse are in my international tribe. I'm so glad that we met each other, and I've made music with these guys. But what I want to say on my first impression of the first few tracks of this is, first off, Brett and Dave, I love how this starts. I love it when an album, a piece of music, has a very strong start. And the strong start doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be a strong idea. This starts off really strong with Brett. A taste of caramelized shallots. And then when Dave enters the picture, these guys, Brett and Dave, you have a relationship. You guys work together well. Now, I've made music with Brett. We have 2 releases, and I'm happy with what we did. It was exploratory. I can tell that there's a difference. There's these guys have connected more so than I have been connected with Brett on the things that I did. I'm happy with what we did. If we got to meet and work in person, we could take it deeper, which is what I'm saying. Hart and Newhouse, their relationship musically is deeper, and it's potent. This is good. I've listened to the first 2 tracks, and this is really good. I'm so glad that I don't have to kiss butt. That I'm have to, oh, well, it's okay, but I'll say it's good. No. I love that graphic too. So I'll be getting into this some more. I know that Robin is watching, Robin Taylor from Denmark, wanting to know my thoughts on his music. I'm going slowly, Robin. You sent me a bunch, and your stuff is deep. So I've jumped into these 2. Taylor's Universe. This is their first, I think. And last night I played some of Edge of Darkness. Edge of Darkness is, excuse me, this is free improvisation, but it's not bullshit. again, when it comes to improvisation, I know what feels and sounds like it's happening to me. And some people, when they improvise, they just do little circles around each other as opposed to actually playing. And this is not that. This is real playing. It's substantial. But it's deep. And so it's like there's lots more listening to do. This is eclectic. I have to come back to this because it's just, there's so much variety going on there. But I really appreciate meeting you virtually, Robin. Our conversation so far, I can tell that you're part of my tribe. I like that term. So, I had done a special order through Homer's, and it was an import. And Mark down there, who is I consider a friend, he's more of a fan, but he said, well, I'll order it. I don't know if it's an import. I don't know if I can get it. And surprisingly, it came in and rather quickly. So I went down, I masked up and everything and left the house. I haven't been going anywhere except the store. So I went down and got this. I showed this recently where I have a test pressing that someone gave me. But this is a Music on Vinyl, brand new reissue, 180 gram, Holding Our Breath. I love Slowdive. Now, let me just keep ripping on what I was talking about in the last video. So, for example, my brother, who loves great music and jazz and stuff, and we both recognize great music, love stuff like Count Basie, Duke Ellington. We were watching Joe Williams last time he was over. If I would put this on, he would leave the house. He would leave. He says, there's nothing there, From his point of view, there is nothing here. And I understand that point of view, but it's not mine. I love this music, and I love where it takes me. And this is beautiful. It has I find out on the inner card that all these have been reissued. So I want to get the top row. I'd like to have all three of those on vinyl. And again, it's beautiful. My favorite color. It's a wonderful 180 gram or 140 gram plate. I do like that about these heavy pressings. They're plates, and they're like they're works of art. You look at them and it's like, my goodness, that's some really wonderful engineering. As I've said before, I love Slowdive. I saw them live. I got to hang out with them after the show and party with them, along with the band Ride. They were lovely people. Was real happy to get this. So while I was down there, I grabbed a couple of used items. Well, actually, they actually had one Black Friday item that I wanted still. A lot of the Black Friday record store day stuff is just exploited. It's stuff for exploitation. They want your money, But I want the music. So this originally only Japanese Herbie Hancock trio album just came out for Black Friday. And they had several in the store. So apparently here in Omaha, people aren't interested that much in Herbie Hancock. There was another piece there by Madlib and another person, and I looked at it, and then I thought to myself, this is this album, I forget the name of it, but it smacks of exploitation and trying to cash in on Black Lives Matter. And I said, I'm not buying this. I may want to hear it, but as I looked at it in the store and looked at it, and I thought to myself, the vibe I'm getting from this is that this is just a naked money grab. It's not about really being I don't know. That's the impression I got. It didn't strike me that this really has anything to do with really caring about black people's situation. But this is fantastic. Tony Williams and Ron Carter. Acoustic. They do Speak Like a Child. Milestones on here. I did listen to this almost all the way through last night. Mainly because once I put it on, I couldn't take it off. It's so good. There was a repress of this in the used section, really cheap, and I was happy. Chris and Cosey, Trance, remastered. Really like what they do, and I've met them, saw them live, met them, took pictures of us, and they've actually used the picture that I took of us together on their website in the last few years. The one of me with Chris and Cosey, they used it for their banner for a while. I was tickled. This is really good. I really like electronic music. I get a lot of feeling out of electronic music. I wonder... No, I don't wonder, but it's like the soul is there in expression. It doesn't have to be the blues and all this hollering and shouting and sweating and blood and piss and shit everywhere for it to have soul. It seems like people are kind of stuck on that idea that it's got to be real earthy and have the mud and shit and painful for there to be soul. That's bullshit. Grab this. I love Elvin Jones. Not just his drumming, but I loved his sense of composition and what he liked to play. Merry-Go-Round is the name of this one. And another good one. It's like he is about the music. He was such an amazing drummer that when he made these albums, you know, it's like he's not even focused on his drumming as far as you listening to him drumming. This is about the music and what his drumming does for the music. I love Elvin Jones' albums. Can I? Yeah. This is one of my top desert island favorite albums. Elvin Jones is on the Mountain. Yeah, not a very flattering picture of the man. I kind of like that about him. Whatever was going on with Elvin, it was like, man, this is who I am. Fuck it. There I am. There's a picture of me. With Jan Hammer and Gene Perla. Fantastic album. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Love Elvin Jones. And then I took a chance on this. It was under $10. I like Brazilian and Portuguese music, but I had not heard of this man, and there were no names on the back that I could think of. And I thought to myself, I know I like the Brazilian Portuguese thing, so let me just go ahead and grab this. Canto da Boca by Sergio Godinho. I looked him up. He apparently has, you know, quite a career. I like this. I don't know what to call it. Is this Brazilian pop music? What I find interesting is that the songs are kind of interesting, the way that they're written and the melodies, and there's all this music that happens in them. I love it. Last thing I'll talk about today is when it rains, it pours sometimes. People, I really do appreciate how you connect with me. I do. So a few days ago, this came in, Tone Float from Alan from Denmark. Yesterday, another fella, I think his name is Dominique. I'd have to look it up. But apparently he was the one who told me he was going to send me something. I got another Tone Float. But these are different editions. They're both boots. To go from nothing to two, but I'm keeping them both. The one I got from Ellen, I'm keeping this one because of the, well, I don't have to explain, but I have my reasons. But this one is different. It has a bonus track. It's still unofficial, but they're trying to market it like it is. It's 180 gram black vinyl, high quality. There's a bonus track on here that was not on the original album. And so you get that high quality. This is the high quality reissue stuff. I really appreciate this, and I'm keeping, at this point, I'm keeping them both. Insert with a bit of the backstory. So that came in yesterday. I can't say thank you enough, people. Thank you so very much. Okay, I'm already at 15 minutes, and it'll take a while for this to upload, and yet I could keep talking. It's like I'm forgetting something. I'm always forgetting something. Brett, thank you so much for sending me the latest. Dave, if you see this, thank you. Thank both of you for being my friends. It means a lot to me that I've made music with you. It does. Okay, take care, people.